Hey guys, so welcome back to my channel, No Funny Ish. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share the message, get it out there. One like equals nothing. It's just the courteous thing to do since I'm bringing you guys this knowledge that I'm gaining. Okay, so the least you can do is just like the video and share the video. Thank you. So I just want to talk about how medical care is just not what it used to be, right? And it's coming from my perspective. I've been, just a little about, what I've been dealing with. So I've been dealing with pain in my back. I injured my back working out, and for a while I've been dealing with the pain in my back. So, I've been seeing different doctors to help minimize the pain that I'm experiencing. So, I go to physical therapy, I see a chiropractor, and my last thing I had to do was see an orthopedist. So I made the appointment and I went to see the orthopedist. When I got there, and the orthopedist that I'm seeing is from a top medical facility. I may or may not insert it, but it's supposed to be number one, right? In America or in New York. So they say. I made the appointment to see the orthopedist. So I go in and I'm the only person there. But in the pit of my stomach, like, I just get this weird feeling. Like, I just can't take this visit seriously. So I'm there, I'm waiting. I'm a bit early. So I'm sitting there and I'm just waiting. Finally, the medical assistant, she comes and she's like, hey, come to the back. So I go into the back. She asks me, the generic questions. And then she says, the doctor wants you to take an x-ray, and just walks out. So whilst I'm sitting there and I'm contemplating, and I'm like, but I already took an x-ray. Like, she didn't even give me a chance to say, yeah, I already took an x-ray. I don't need one. She just walked out so quickly. So I'm sitting there and I'm waiting and I'm waiting and I'm waiting and I'm waiting and I'm waiting. Yeah, so you get the drift. I just keep waiting. She comes back and she's like, oh, you can't come and do the x-ray now. So I said to her, I'm like, well, I just did an x-ray, so I don't think it's necessary that I do another one. And she's like, when did you do the x-ray? And I'm like, I did it back in August. So she's like, okay, let me let the doctor know. So I'm like, hey, can you give me the information so I can, send it to the doctor myself? I don't need, let me know how I could get it to him, because I'm not doing another x-ray. So she leaves and I'm sitting there again and I'm waiting, I'm waiting, I'm waiting, and I'm waiting, and I'm waiting, and I'm waiting. So finally, I'm like, you know what? Let me go see what's going on. Okay, granted, I was early for my appointment. The appointment was at 2:30. I got there at about 2:15. So, I know the routine, how they want you to wait, even though nobody's doing anything. So, when I got up and I'm like, let me exit, I open the door. The doctor is standing right there. So I'm shocked because I'm not expecting anybody to be right there. As soon as I open the door, I'm expecting somebody to be in the office, and the assistant is in the front, and I have to go to her to let her know that, I've been waiting. Nope, he was standing right there. It's like he was watching what I was doing or how I'm reacting. And then the minute he knew that I was about to get up to exit, he comes and he puts his hand out to shake my hand, and I'm shocked because I'm like, why is this man putting his hand out to shake mine? So I reluctantly like shook his hand, because I'm like, why are you standing right there? So what, you've been monitoring me all along? Like, why? What is the reason? What is the reason? So he comes in, and I'm still sitting there, and he's asking me what brings you in, the basic. And I'm telling him, my back and this and that and that and this, whatever. So he asked me to sit on the table. So, I sat on the table, and again, he continues to ask me the questions. So when he's done entering whatever in the computer, if he ever did enter anything to the computer, probably didn't. I don't know. I couldn't see if he was or he wasn't. He comes over, and he's checking the strength in my legs and my arms and my hands. Like, he's checking for all of these things. But like, when he's like, do this, do that, like, okay, like, he's tapping to see, how functional my joints are and stuff like that. But the pain is in my back. Like, that's where it's located. It's not, and I'm guessing maybe they have to do this generic stuff. So I'm waiting for him to say, you know what, turn, let me see how your spine aligns, or, like, whatever, something to do. Like, give me something. Nothing. He doesn't do anything. So I'm still sitting there. He goes back to the computer, and I'm still sitting there, and I'm like, are you done? We're done? And he's like, yeah, we're done. So then he's like, he recommends medication for me. And afterwards, he asked me, did anybody recommend medication for you? And I said to him, yeah, like, my primary care doctor already gave me medication. And he's like, oh, I'm going to recommend this for you. It's better. And I'm listening to this man, and I'm like, what? So you never examine my back. You don't know what's wrong with me, but you're just giving me a prescription for pills. You're not explaining to me what the pills are, why, like, nothing. Like, what test was done on the pills, how long the pills been on the market, what is the side effects, what are, like, nothing. Just, we're recommending this to you, and you just take it. Like, I'm personally not gonna do that. I mean, you could do that. I wouldn't recommend you do it. Don't just take pills without getting the facts about what these pills are for. No matter who recommends them to you, doctor, lawyer, judge, no. Do your research before inserting anything into your body. So, he writes up the prescription anyway. I'm not going to pick it up. I don't need that medication, so I'm not just going to take something that I don't know anything about. And, he's like, oh, well, you could do this MRI, and he gives me a recommendation for an MRI. And he says to me, well, if the pain, you could, and physical therapy, so he gives me a recommendation for physical therapy. And he's like, if the pain still continues, I could send you to a spine and something doctor, and they can give you shots in your back, and this in your neck, and that in your spine. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing that either. Like, I'm not allowing anybody to just play in my spine. Like, it's just not happening. So let me know, guys, if you've had that type of experience before. Let me know if now that you go to the doctor, it's not the same as before. Because I could have sworn before, when you went to the doctor, before you even walked in, the doctor was telling you what was wrong with you, and they would thoroughly examine you and make sure that everything was well with you. It wasn't just, hey, take this pill and everything will magically disappear. Like, just, that's all they keep doing now. It's just pill pushers. That's the, you know, they're, it's like, you know, the street, you know, the street. That's how it feels. Like, you just, here, take this, here, take that, instead of, you know, let's come up with a solution. Do this, test, do this, do that, before you get to any surgery, any pill. Like, I thought that was like the last option, you know, not the first option. So let me know in the comments below if you've had that kind of experience, or if you know somebody that had a similar experience. Let me know. Put a 1 down. Let me know your story. We need to share these stories, get them out there, you know, get the stories out there. The more people that know, the better. So on that note, thank you, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.